Hi, welcome to this week's Three Fish on the Shirt. We join you on the day after the Bristol Rovers defeat. We'll get to that. We're going to have to cling on to the coattails of the Manchester United victory a little bit longer. We've got a very special guest with us, but first of all, we've got our co-host, Steve Risley. Morning, Steve.
Morning, Dave.
And we've got a very special guest today from German television. It's Uli Hebel, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I think we checked. So hopefully got that right. And Uli contacted us the day before the Manchester United game just to talk a bit about a fan's perspective of Grimsby Town. Morning and welcome, Uli.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so yesterday the Mariners felt a defeat with Bristol Rovers after the great highs of midweek. Came a bit of a low, bit of a scrappy game. Probably something we could have done with a different kind of game, Steve. I think a scrappy game like that probably didn't suit us very well, did it?
No, it's. The game on Wednesday night, wasn't it? We normally play Tuesday nights, don't we?
Yeah.
Midweeks. Yeah. So the intensity of the game and everything that went with it, the late night and stuff. You've only got a couple of days to get. Yeah, penalties. You've only got a couple of days to get ready for this game. So, yeah, it could have done with an easier team, really.
Or an away game, probably would have been.
An away game at wherever, Salford or somewhere.
Yeah. Anyway, so hanging on to that match because it was something special. Uli, you were commentating on a game that was unfamiliar to you, a team that was unfamiliar to you. Hopefully, our chat helped on Wednesday. How did it go for you?
Well, pretty well. Normally, when the game is like that, right? So I kind of had a feeling. I knew about this is going to be very special.
Yeah.
Even after the first goal, so it's always pretty easy for me because whatever I would have said, it's brilliant, right? Because of the venue the game went. So it went pretty well, I think.
Yeah, and some games you just know, don't you? And you say your job's very easy when it's like that. There's plenty to talk about. There's the excitement's there. Much better than if it's a boring.
The less I talk, the better it is.
Yes,
and with a match like that, I don't have to talk that much because the game speaks for itself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was the phrase I was thinking. The game very much speaks for itself. So, did you? And presume we've picked up with commentators before about games on Grimsby, as I mentioned to you beforehand. A chap called Adam Summerton from TNT Sports, and he was saying exactly what you've said. A game like that is really important. But he said sometimes when you commentate on these games, you were in a studio, and you were in a studio, weren't you? You weren't out the game, were you?
Yeah, right. We've been in the studios because it would be way too expensive to go to England all the way for those cup matches and stuff. I'm in the stadium sometimes at the Champions League and Bundesliga, but not so much during the English match days.
My reason for asking about that is how much more difficult does that make it for you to pick up on the atmosphere, or is it easier because you know football pretty well and you get it?
Oh, it's always way more difficult because I just cannot feel the way you feel. I'm kind of pretty much the same as the spectators are. I'm watching television and I know how to get it done, but still there is like a little margin of a possible error because I just don't know. I assume, but I just don't know.
Yeah, I imagine it'd be more difficult. And in the games where it's exciting like that, it can be quite hard. Does the tension? Now you said it makes it easier, but does the tension of a big game get the adrenaline running in yourself as well, like it would us?
Well, yes, but this is probably why I'm doing it, right? So I love to be in that state of mind, having a feeling there is something special in the air tonight. And we talked before, obviously, and I was like, it's kind of a 50-50 game in a way, because I knew about United. I'm covering them week after week, so I'm pretty familiar with them. So I kind of had a feeling there is something in the air, and So it's actually pretty easy to go there and know this has not been a normal night.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't know that it was going this way, but I kind of had a feeling this is not a very easy cup win for United.
Yeah, and I think we kind of all sensed that a little bit, Steve, didn't we? I mean, in the UK, it was on national television. It was on the Sky TV in the UK as well. Yeah. It's very unusual for us to be on more than one platform. We know it was on right around the world as well, didn't we, Steve?
Yeah, I can't remember it being on two major broadcasters at one game, because I went to get the mug, the merchandise on the Tuesday, and the car park you couldn't get in the car park because of the all the vehicles for the
there was
TV.
There was
and
ITV,
it was like double ITV Racing, ITV Sports, Sky.
Yeah.
It was just mad. Like, I've never seen it like that before. And but the game, as we've been playing really well, and we know Man United have been struggling, so we knew, 11 against 11, we had a chance if we was up for it. Yeah. And of course the crowd was, and I'm still hoarse now.
Yeah.
Me too.
My dad's partly moaning the referee yesterday as well. So
I was. Don't mention him, Steve. Don't mention him. It'd get me triggered. No, but we sense that, I think, a little bit.
We could sense it.
We sensed the chance. We didn't think, oh, this is going to be.
Yeah.
We're going to. But we sensed upset. We were also thinking, what team will Manchester United send? Will they send a junior team? But it was a pretty strong lineup, Uli, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was. They went strong because after everything went the weekend before against Fulham, very dull match. I kind of had a feeling they needed a win and almost a statement, and something like, for example, Benjamin Šeško is a prime example for this, who got hammered again yesterday, right after the Burnley match.
Yeah.
And they kind of needed goals for themselves, for their plan. I always have a feeling like Amorim he tries to be convinced to the media, but I still don't think he's really convinced of what he's doing. But still, you cannot talk with him over his systems and stuff. So this is the kind of tension no one needs going into a cup match against the underdog who has nothing to lose but everything to win, right?
Yeah, and we set about the game in the same way we'd set about any other game, and the manager said afterwards that was the plan, to play our game and see what happened. And I think for us it was just I don't know about you, Steve, but my thing going into the game was, as long as we gave a good account of ourselves and we didn't get walloped, hammered, or whatever you want to call it, we'd have realised it was a good night. Is that how you felt?
Yeah, no, I just thought, if we played like we've been playing and apply the football and don't start kicking it long or do anything stupid, then keep it on the deck and we've got a fantastic chance. And when we were 2-0 up, I mean, I said to you, I said, no matter what happens now, we're 2-0 up against Man United, and that scoreboard looked fantastic. Yeah. And then even when they equalised the last minute, 2-2, I was disappointed, obviously, but it's like, we're going to penalties here. Yeah. So we still got a chance. So I wasn't too deflated about that. It's a bit strange feeling, really.
Yeah, so it was. And we were disappointed at when Manchester United equalised, as Steve just mentioned, because we felt that a draw was undeserved for them in many ways. And they didn't really deserve to go to penalties. And that in itself was a big achievement.
So we should have gone 3-0 up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you should.
Well, we didn't realise in the ground that the disallowed goal in the second half was played through by Harry Maguire. Did you pick that up on the TV? Did you get the impression of that? Because it took our TV pundits a little while to come back to it when we watched it back.
Well, yeah, I did, and also the boss of our broadcasting, he was also pretty aware right away. So we did get it, and we did call it, obviously.
Excellent. It's good. But
Where we sit in the ground, we were right behind the finish, weren't we?
Yeah, right
so
behind
we could
the
see
penalties.
So we curled it right in. So we're like going absolutely mad, and then
And we
didn't realise it.
We were the right end for the penalties as well, weren't we, Steve?
It was, yeah. Thank God for that.
Yeah, I don't think we could have coped with it being the other end. I don't know why. We can't control it, but you feel better that it's close. Uli, I remember at half time, I checked my phone and there was a message from you with just 3 words. It says,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
It's pretty much.
Well, it was like, this is what I meant before, that it's pretty okay in my job to just say, oh my God, and it sums up everything very well. You don't need the big words, right?
No,
for the big occasions.
Exactly.
So easy money.
We agreed with you. We were kind of saying the same thing. We were saying the same thing.
When I checked messages, right? So all the spectators wrote. When I checked messages, I went on, I think, X for 1 or 2 minutes, and everyone was aware of the big bang from that night. Because even if United would have gone on to round 3, they wouldn't not have a damage, right?
No, that would have been the damage would have been similar. Yeah. And Grimsby was trending number 1 on X for a little while on Wednesday evening as well, which probably doesn't happen very often. So in terms of the match, then, do you think will you be commentating on any other Carabao Cup matches in the future?
Yeah, I think so. I will go on with the other rounds. Last year there has been a blackout on the EFL Cup in Germany, but I followed the EFL Cup for years and years. I did some finals on another channel I'm also working for.
Yeah.
But this year we're going for the whole EFL Cup on Sky Sports Germany, and with the later rounds, right, when the European competitors from England are coming in the competition, then we might even show more of the games. This has been kind of obviously with United, it's pretty easy to show. Manchester United is always worth to show it,
but the audience,
the rounds before and the other games we did not show because no one seems to be interested in Brighton against Oxford United or something like it.
It has to be a big club like Grimsby to get on.
Yeah, right.
Well, I said that to you, didn't I, Dave? I said they picked the right game to show.
Yeah, no, I mean absolutely.
We did.
We delivered.
I wrote that to my boss straight away.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, you have kind of a feeling.
So that's right. If you picked Brighton, was it Brighton Oxford 6-0? Was it?
Yeah.
A bit one way and a bit boring, that, isn't it?
Yeah. So, all the round has been like pretty. You know what came, right?
Yeah.
So Uli, tell us a bit how you got into broadcasting and about what your normal job is when you're broadcasting, what you normally commentate on and that kind of thing. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a commentator in Germany, I think for 10 years now, or almost 10 years. I began in the radio, as most of my colleagues did. Then I went straight on the Zone in Germany, which you might know from boxing or combat sports, and also Sky Sports. I'm always, and I was always, even as a fan, more into English football than I am into German football. Right. So I always had the aim to be a Premier League commentator, which I'm for, I think, 8 or 9 years now. But I also do Bundesliga and Champions League. I also did the Champions League final in 2023 on German television, which was a very big thing for myself. And yes, this is what I'm doing most of the week, watching football, taking some notes, and living the dream, right?
Yeah, we love it.
Sounds good.
And what was the reaction like in German with German football fans that follow English football or don't follow English football for that matter? What was the reaction like in Germany to Man United's defeat to a little Grimsby?
Well, I kind of thought everyone got it right away. The big sensation, right? So on social media, it It also got viral. That's what they say, right? So over 1 million, over 1.2 clicks, I think. When I checked yesterday, it was like it. And obviously there have been like few headlines about Grimsby, but loads of headlines about Manchester United, because there's some German links in between, with the sporting director, with Benjamin Šeško, who came from Leipzig, with Cunha, who came from Berlin, and also played in Germany, and obviously Manchester United is a big thing around the world, and everyone kind of loves it when the world is burning, right? So it was a big thing in Germany.
The world is burning.
Yeah, and I was quoted that much with sentences from the game. So very big thing, and loads of comments on social media and stuff. So everyone was aware. We had, the night we had competition from Bayern Munich. They played against Wiesbaden, and they got the lead early, but they didn't manage to control the game. So it was also kind of a surprise in the air, but they finished, I think, 20 minutes earlier than the Grimsby game did. So, and it was on the same channel, so also Sky Sport. So the Sky Sport colleagues said, go over to United. There is something you probably don't want to miss.
Grimsby Town hat Manchester United aus dem EFL Cup. Das ist ein Riesenmoment. Das ist ein erdrutschartiger Moment. Und es ist maximaler Kontrast. Die kommen gar nicht raus aus der Ekstase, wissen gar nicht, wie ihnen geschieht.
And so they all came over, and it was a good night for us.
Wow.
That's fantastic. Yeah, it's
That's
nice to know we're making our mark across Europe for,
you did,
for the evening.
You did. Now everyone knows who Grimsby is, and I tried to give all the facts, right? Something about you told me about the town, about the record crowd at Old Trafford and stuff. And my boss found out that the main actor from Dinner for One is also from Grimsby,
right?
Which he loved to know. So we did all of this.
Is that an actress, you say?
The actor from Dinner for One, it's Freddie Frinton or something like it.
Oh yes,
I forgot.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
But he's from Grimsby.
Yeah, Freddie Frinton. Yeah, you watch it at Christmas.
He loved to know the fact.
You watch that film at Christmas.
Yeah.
It's traditional, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I'd forgotten about that.
But no one knows the name of the guy, and I think no one knew he's out of Grimsby.
Yes, no, we're aware of it. It's a very old film, but I'd forgotten that. Every now and again it comes up in the local news that it's a German staple at Christmas to watch the film
it is.
with
It absolutely
Freddie
is.
Yes. Yeah, excellent. Yeah. I'd not imagined a conversation talking about that. I'd completely forgotten about that.
Me too. I didn't know it. I had a few facts, but this one I did not have.
Yeah. I wouldn't have recalled that one to give you, even if I'd have known about it. I think. So what's next for you then? Are we commentating today on anything?
Yes, right after this, I'm going with Brighton Hove Albion against Manchester City. And then there's obviously the international break, but I'm also doing the England game against Serbia in the World Cup qualifiers. So a little bit English football for me again.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, excellent. And
not so exciting though.
No, not Premier League.
Oh well, I like it. This
is
what I chose.
Yeah, no.
Brighton, Man City.
It should be a good game. That Brighton are a good team. Interestingly, we're using the same model as Brighton. So when we played Brighton in the cup quarter final, we linked up with our owners. Obviously, got chatting to the owners of Brighton, and we've ended up using the same data modeling that hardly anyone else uses. They don't let many people use it, and
right.
That's where we've got links to some of our players, Geza Churi, Jason Van Thorsen, who's injured at the moment, but on his way.
And you're also linked to, I don't know if you know the club, to Nuremberg in Germany, who's a second division club, very traditional club. They are also with Jamestown.
All right. Okay.
For the last, I think, 3 months. So.
Yeah, they try and keep just one team from any league. They won't work with more than one team in the same league.
Right.
So we did well to get in early, and they're quite a secretive organisation. You can't find much out about them if you start.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I know a little bit because a friend of mine was involved in the whole Nuremberg process, so I know a little bit, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. Obviously, but very interesting process. Very interesting process.
I've dug a little bit with people who know a bit, but they certainly attain a good deal of loyalty because nobody will tell you anything much. We've tried.
Yeah.
So good. Well, good luck, Uli, with your commentary this afternoon. We're very pleased you've been able to be a part of our little bit of our story in Little Grimsby. And
little fishing village.
Yeah, little fishing village. Did you manage to?
By the way, your podcast name is just brilliant.
Well,
even the Germans got it. So brilliant.
Yeah. a big moment of creativity.
From me. Fish.
I'm frustrated.
Was it Man United? Man United have been slapped with a fish.
Yeah.
That was one of them.
Yeah. You're the big fish now.
Yeah. I don't know. I always get in a bit of a panic when I'm trying to name something or do something creative, and I just thought if you did a podcast, you could call it like 3 fish on the shirt, like 3 lions on the shirt, for the England team. And I thought it'd be perfect. So when we decided we were going to do it, we did it, and here we are, 52 episodes in. This is our 52nd episode.
I've just noticed there's a picture of David Beckham on your wall as well.
It is. Yeah. My absolute hero. Yeah, I met him the other day in Munich. And he's always been my hero in terms of growing up and watching football. So yes.
Yeah.
And you've got White Hart Lane there. Are you a Spurs fan?
No, not a Spurs fan. This is from my first ever Champions League game in England, and a colleague of mine gave it to me. So that's why it hangs up there. There's also a Bournemouth shirt right behind me. So some memorabilia from all over England.
Souvenirs, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
excellent. Well, all the very best. Thank you for.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you for getting in touch. We appreciate you coming on the podcast today as a guest, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. I will follow Grimsby Town and give you another call for the cup final.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Carabao Cup final, Wembley. You'll be in the stadium for that one. We'll pop in and say hi.
Well, hopefully, Wembley is always worth a trip. So hopefully.
Bayer Leverkusen. They tweeted about avoiding Grimsby, didn't they?
Yeah. The day after the
Eric Ten Hag link.
Yeah. The Champions League.
We fear nobody.
They got the Champions League ticket, didn't they, for the draw? It just says, "I hope we don't get Grimsby." That was brilliant. There's been a lot of people poking fun at Manchester United online in the last few days.
Yeah, it's kind of the most entertaining part when United slips, right? Reading all of this. Right now, it's not. I don't like to always talk that way about Manchester United because I feel sad for them in a way, which is a big thing to say, right? Because years ago, this is not a sentence you were allowed to speak because you didn't need to feel sorry for Manchester United. But nowadays, I feel for them as they are like dull for years and years now. And this one has been, even, or at least in the Amorim era, this has been like, oh wow, the lowest point.
A new low, yeah. And yesterday, even beating Burnley 3-2 in the last minute with a penalty.
Yeah, and it was
feels like the worst way to win for them. They needed something a bit more.
Yeah.
They needed something a bit more convincing yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we said that after we beat Man United, we said, "Oh, the Grim." There's something we call the Grim Reaper, because whenever we beat a club that's higher than us, the manager gets sacked.
Yeah.
But
because you lost to Grimsby. Oh.
Because they lost to Grimsby, and they think they can't do that, so you're fired.
The Grimsby Reaper is the character Death in the hooded character with the scythe, and there's an old cartoon of a jolly fisherman, and it used to be on the front of the newspaper. If we'd won, he was really smiley and happy. If we lost, he was really unhappy. And somebody had taken the photograph and the cartoon and made it, put a hooded character and a scythe with him. And every time a manager gets sacked, this little icon comes out. That's the Grimsby.
Well,
the Grimsby
I'm
Reapers
not too sure.
Amorim
is still United's coach after the international break. I'm not too sure. So probably he comes again.
Yeah, and he'd definitely be claiming that one, I think.
Just took a longer while to even get sacked.
Yeah, sometimes. It's going to be September then.
Well, that's the thing in football, though, isn't it? Is even if somebody escapes, nothing's ever forever in football, is it? And
right.
You look back to our recent successes, even the cup quarter final against Brighton. I mean, there's only one player left, I think, from that squad, isn't there, Steve? That we've had a complete sort of rotation.
Yeah,
there's Greeny.
That's only 2 years. That's only 2 years ago.
Yeah, Greeny. It'll be the only one left.
Mm-hmm.
Green, yeah. So,
pretty much the same with Brighton.
Yeah. Good. Well, we thank you for your time this morning, Uli.
Thank you too.
And
thank you too.
We appreciate you coming on, and be nice to see you on again at some point.
Cup final.
Yeah,
you need to make it.
Yeah.
All the very best. You're always welcome to get in touch.
We can only dream.
Thank you so much.
If you need a fan perspective of UK in the UK, you know
where we are.
Call.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much.
All the best. Cheers. Take care.
Man.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
This is TNT Sports, Adam Summerton, and you're listening to Three Fish on the Shirt.
So, yesterday, Steve, we had Bristol Rovers at home. Always feared the hangover from Manchester United game, and so it proved, but probably only for half the game. It was a weird game, wasn't it?
It was a weird game. First half, we were not on it at all. But so he made some changes, didn't he? He brought Giza Turi in. Amalazar came in, didn't he? For Burns, was it?
Yeah.
And
I suspect the aim of that was to freshen things up a bit and give people who hadn't played in the week a game, knowing that they could come and perform like they did in the cup against Shrewsbury.
Yeah, that's it. I just think that the changes didn't work, but they were probably forced on him a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
But then second half, we were a different team.
The biggest miss, though, and we spoke about this yesterday in the ground, was probably McEachran, I think.
Oh yeah, he's brilliant. I mean, he's got to play for me every game if he's fit to control the game, because we missed him yesterday in that first half.
It's just the centre of everything that makes us tick, isn't he?
Yeah, Giza Turi he's a good player, but he's not quite the same player as McEachran. I think he likes to get forward a bit more.
Yeah, I think he's at the moment, anyway. At least, bear in mind that he's in the early. I mean, he didn't play much last year, so he was getting into the club, getting his fitness from what essentially was professional football. So he had that advantage. Jason had that advantage over him. Jason Santhorsson took a while to get into the game, didn't he? But once he did, he was brilliant.
Yeah,
David Turi, the geezer, it's going to be similar. It's going to take him a while, and I think at the minute he's probably okay if we're on top.
Yeah.
But yesterday, he just no doubting he's a good player. You can see that. But
it wasn't just him. Really.
No, not at all. No, but
and so
it wasn't George McEachran, and that was the problem.
No, and say a big crowd, wasn't it? 7,500.
Yes,
he's playing in front. He's playing in front of them. It's a big, and he's a centre midfielder. Midfielder. big responsibility.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly. And
but
that
yeah,
was
we
good.
just weren't at it. The whole team weren't at it.
Talking about the crowd, that was a good. I mean, it was literally, if you took the Bristol Rovers fans off it, it was 6,999 town fans.
Yeah,
which is decent, isn't it? I mean, for
Yeah.
Division 4, we talked about last time in the Championship, we're getting 4,000 crowds and being happy with it.
Yeah, 7,000 town fans. It's fantastic for League Two.
It's fantastic, and it's nice to see that people came out, and was still because that's not far off nearly everybody extra that came to Man U coming into it, barring a couple of hundred.
Yeah.
If you take the 1,200 Man U fans and add them on. So yeah, disappointing. But second half we had some chances. Cabia had a header just wide. It just, I don't know if it's apparent from the TV footage because I've not seen it back, but the defender just got a minuscule head on it just before he headed it.
Before he headed it,
I wonder how much that was just good defending. We had one cleared off the line real late as well, which they were just spawny a bit, weren't they? But I didn't think much. Well played to them and all the rest of it. They kind of shithoused the win, didn't they, yesterday?
Oh yeah, the flipping time wasting. They just played the ball. The keeper flipping out. How many minutes he wasted?
He must
just
have wasted
rolling the
10
ball.
minutes in the second half on his own.
Yeah, and then there's a couple of times where he held onto the ball longer than this 8-second rule, is it?
Yeah.
We counted 10. The whole pontoon was counting, and it got to 11. I think 10 or 11. And the referee didn't do out about it. He wasn't even looking. The referee. So
I mean, there was that one. He stopped the attack after KB had charged down the goalie's free kick, but he signalled the free kick was okay to take. The lino never spotted the fact that he was stood too close. He wasn't even facing the right direction. He was one of them refs where it's all about him. I mean, your name is Neil Hare, so you grow your hair like that. So you're saying, look at me. He's got that blooming cheesy grin on his face the whole time. He's just
it was a bit weird.
Burke. Absolute Burke.
Yeah, that free kick came here. Yeah, he put his arm was up. He blew the whistle. Take it. He took it. It came here. So he said, "Oh no, you got to retake it." Well, hang on. You said it was okay for him to take it. So I don't know.
I had a memory when I saw him, and I thought somebody said, "Oh, referee's Neil Hare." I thought, has he got big hair? And I looked and thought, yeah, I remember him. He's the dick.
I think we've had him before, haven't we?
Yeah, and it was just one of them refs. You're just thinking his whole demeanour is look at me, and he was enjoying. He was enjoying being.
That's it. You shouldn't see a referee in the game. You shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't.
That should be the focus.
Yeah, and then you look.
I just want Wednesday night's ref. I thought was really good.
Yeah, I mean,
you didn't really notice him.
His lino let him down.
But, yeah, he
was all right. Yeah,
he didn't. We didn't. I thought he was okay, but yesterday he was all about him. But we didn't lose that game because of him, really. But
no, but it spoils the game, though, doesn't it? Because
it does. Yeah,
you could have had a better spectacle of it if he'd have clamped down on the right things. I mean, there was a point where the keeper's wasting time taking a goal kick. He's using the left back to help him waste time. He comes over and books the left back, knowing full well that he's getting away with one because he then hasn't got a. What he needs to do is clamp down on the keeper doing it, because once the keeper's booked, he's got to stop doing it.
Absolutely. The keeper was in control of the ball that time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he booked the fullback.
Yeah. And it was just weak the whole way through. And every little two guys running next to each other, hips touch, their player goes over a free kick. KB got scythed down a couple of times. It was a free kick. Vernon got shoved into the advertising hoardings. Nothing.
Vernon was nearly shoved in the Finder stand or the Ramsden stand. The referee never even. Well, linesman should have seen that.
Yeah, and I just think, you just when you've got beat, like I say, it's not the ref's fault. But over
one of them games, isn't it?
You can still enjoy getting beat if the game's been good. And it just spoiled the game in that respect.
It was, but it's only our first defeat, isn't it? So
at the season, it's not a disaster, and I mean, you can't complain too much in a week like we've had, can you? To be honest,
I was quite happy the way we played second half.
Churlish,
back to normal.
Yeah, and then now hopefully a bit of normality can creep back into life, and we can get back to the town that we were going into the first few games. Note my professionalism yesterday, my work ethic, professionalism coming in for the safety of the players.
Yeah, it's good that. Yeah, the advertising sheet, is it that's on the floor?
Yeah, so
the goal?
For anybody who didn't see it, the Roost advert that was at the side of the goal alongside the Sky Sports banner, the ones that look funny from the stand, but when you see them on TV, they just look like proper boards, don't they? I think it was Greeny and somebody went in for a tackle, rolled over the Roost one and ripped it out from its mountings, leaving some giant, what can only describe as extremely sharpened tent pegs sticking up.
Yeah,
and
so about 2 or 3 inches long.
Yeah, with massive sharp spikes. I did take a photograph just for the purposes of the podcast, and I thought nobody's seeing this, and I'm thinking I can't professionally let this just sit there and do now. So I went over to the stewards in the corner and said, "You need to sort that. If that particular sort of scenario happens again, somebody gets that ripped down the back of the leg, you've got a serious, potentially career-ending injury for somebody." And there was 3 or 4 of these things sticking up. And it took them about 10 minutes to get it sorted out.
They had to find somebody in a red tabard, didn't they?
Yeah.
Had to be a red tabard guy to do it.
Yeah. I was nearly thinking about jumping over and doing it myself for fear of a £1,000 fine and a stadium ban. I thought better of it, but there was somebody who were remonstrating with the referee who went on the out. He stopped short of going on the pitch. Well,
I think he was out of it.
I think he was a bit out of it. But the other interesting thing about what that was, they lost him. I think they went to find him to cart him out, and they couldn't find him.
But he went on the pitch, or I don't think it was to do with that advertising thing, was it? But it was to do with.
It was remonstrating with the referee.
And then I saw him come back, he didn't quite go on the pitch, but he was like staggering around, and then he came back over the advertising audience, and he went straight over and on his ass.
Yeah.
And then he must have got up and run or disappeared.
Well, I wonder if his mates, because he was very prominent, he was in a red top, and there's nobody in a red top at Hadley. And I think his mates must have grabbed him, took his coat off, and said, "Hey, you're gonna get lifted here if you're not careful."
Go over his head and get him out.
Yeah. So not bad. Probably deserved a draw. Yeah, wasn't massively impressed with Bristol Rovers, but not from a sour grapes perspective. Just there were. To be honest, if you're a fan on an away day, Bristol Rovers fan, you're going to love that yesterday. Yeah, it went brilliant. We went shithouse to 1-0 win, especially if you've not been great this season.
That's it. It's funny, as I was walking away from the ground, I got talking to a couple Bristol Rovers fans. I could hear them talking. I was right next to them, and I said, I can't remember how I started. They were saying about, can't believe we won away finally.
Yeah,
because it turned out they'd lost when they got relegated last year. They lost the last, I think they said 10 away games.
Oh yeah.
So that's the first win in 10 away games, and then they just capitulated.
So
it
doesn't matter how you win an away game, does it? And actually, even if just shithousing an away game is an achievement and something to be celebrated, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, I got talking to him about McEachran because we bought him on half-time. Our McEachran.
Oh yeah, and they took theirs off, didn't they?
And they said, "Oh yeah, he controls games." I said that to them, and then they said, "He's exactly what he does for us." Yeah. He says he controls the games, and he said we miss him when he's not playing. And then they asked him about Conte, and they absolutely love him down there, and he's absolutely love him, and I can't believe how we got him off you. And I said, well, he was all right when he was. I said he was good when he was here, but he's really good. I don't know if you remember, after every game, he used to go and sign all the kids.
Yeah.
He was last off the pitch, and he's the same there at Bristol Rovers. He said he'll do anything for the kids. And
he came over towards the pontoon yesterday and hugged David Artell.
He did. I see that, and he applauded the crowd, didn't he?
He clapped as well. But again, I didn't notice him particularly to think, wow, I'm gutted we lost him.
I'm not. He's an okay player. I didn't notice him yesterday much. To be honest, he didn't control the game.
But
really.
Decent business for us to
oh, definitely,
to get him away and get George McEachran, I think.
It was unlucky not to get a draw out of that yesterday, especially where we played.
Absolutely.
Second half, Curry had a shot, didn't he? I thought it was going in. Well, it was going in, got deflected just now past the
that
post.
Was just like that would have been a bit of justice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we played really well second half. Back to the normal, especially Burns. He was excellent.
Yeah.
Down the right side, putting some lovely crosses in, and Staunton.
Yeah.
Put some lovely crosses in, free kicks.
He nearly put them in at one point, didn't he? But he recovered it well. And I think he's been a good addition, definitely. But again, I thought Sweeney's probably a bit more dynamic in the forward areas. But that could just be that he hasn't played so many games, of course.
Yeah, he could have predicted that game yesterday.
Well, I mean, I feared it, but I was hoping it wasn't come to pass. So it's probably best put to bed that one. One thing I wanted to just mention was a few of the bits and bobs we probably missed because of the Man United game in the week. We didn't miss them, but we've not talked about them. First of all, was the signing of Clark Odieu from Bradford on loan for the season.
From Bradford,
yeah. Mixed reviews from Bradford fans. Some say, yeah, good when he's good. They struggle to put him in a decent position, and find a proper position for him. For me, that's the sort of player Artell thrives with. He'll give him a role and make him better.
That's right. Yeah, felt sorry for him on Wednesday night with the first involvement. He missed the penalty, didn't he?
Do you know what though? That was a decent pen. There was no animosity or anything for it. It was the one bit of decent from Onana, wasn't it? He dived past it and then stuck his arm up, and
his Poppadom hand didn't break, did it?
Poppadom hands that cracked me up. That did that because it works, doesn't it? As an analogy,
Yeah.
You manage to get to it, but it just goes.
I was thinking that when I was in the Indian on Friday night.
Oh, your mate David and Andrew and Jason.
Yeah, they all walked in, following me again, flipping it.
Can't get away.
That's what I was saying to you yesterday to David Artell. Go and breathe on the on the fourth official.
Oh, Darryl Clark, that'll be fine. Yeah.
Or Darryl Clark, get all garlic on him.
What with Jason spotting me in the pontoon last week and coming over to speak to us.
Yeah.
What more can we want?
Decent signing. If he's, we're not going to take him if he hasn't got anything, is it?
No, but again, it's back to that. Look at the quality of our squad. We've got players like that to bring on now, and not just some Premier League team's young lad who we don't really know who's going to make it in the game or not.
I think that seems to be a shift in the.
We've got more League Two quality players in the squad this year, and I think that's the encouraging thing. Like I say, we don't know about him yet, do we? He certainly got a baptism of fire the other night, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Thought blipping that. What's he coming into here? But I think David Artell said, didn't he? If we don't get anybody else in, we're okay.
Yeah.
Squad wise, and nobody's going out from us, which is good.
Yeah. Very good.
We don't want anybody McEachran going.
No, we don't. Absolutely, it's rubbish anyway. We don't. Rubbish. What we said earlier, we were just joking. He's garbage. You don't want him.
He's no good. He's rubbish. He's up his game.
Other things that we didn't get to speak about, because even though we had probably the most, audience we've had for any month this month than ever, which is fantastic. And thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in and watching us and listening to us. It's really appreciated. Makes it worthwhile doing. But even though we had all that airtime this week, we've not covered a few things because everything was about Man United, wasn't it? Last little Man United bit of news was the fact that there was quite a few Man United tickets got cancelled in the pontoon end just before, in the day or two before the game. They found out that there was some Man U fans in on 1878 tickets.
Yeah, was that? It's in the pontoon. That was it. The tickets.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody had been flashing them about on Facebook, saying, "Oh, I managed to get tickets," and it's
right. Yeah, I've been
and cancelled them.
Right, that's fair enough, isn't it? But,
yeah, absolutely. Did you see the rider that Man United had sent asking about changing facilities for the manager, separate changing facilities for the manager, and all that lot.
For the manager,
That was
Jason
brilliant.
So, well, he normally gets changed in his car.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
They must have been so shocked at when they got here and see the changing rooms. And
well, there's some footage in one of the cameras, Marina Hoddo, who does the vlogs, who's been doing some stuff for town, and he videoed them all coming in, and you can see them like they're going under the beam that says "Mind Your Head," and that was quite.
I did notice that when they came in, they all had the headphones on.
Yeah,
all that. The town players. I don't know if they're not, if it's a rule or whatever, but none of them had headphones on.
Well, there was Soon Sup Bell did. He was the only one.
Did he? Oh right, I didn't see that.
He was the only one. That I
saw. Right, but nearly all the other ones don't have. And the Man U players, they must come in and they just didn't.
It's just like the deliberately saying I'm not available. I'm closed off. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
and
they definitely don't fancy it, did they? And Jason said, I walked around the ground just looking at them as they went out onto the pitch to have a look and that, and he said I could tell they didn't fancy it.
Yeah, he did say that, didn't he? Yeah. That they're just like looking around, and it was always going to happen. Not always going to happen, but it's a chance of being, if they're not up for it. It's and we are.
And the other bit of really good news this week that I think didn't get enough mention and plaudits is Cam Gardner's call up for the under-21s, which was kind of overshadowed by the fact that he played such a great game against Man United in the week.
For the Scottish under-21s, not the English, as I said.
Yeah, we did mention it, but it kind of got overshadowed a little bit, didn't it, by everything else going on? But what an achievement for him!
Yeah, that was on Wednesday as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
same day as the match.
So he gets that, and then he gets selected to start, which we did mention. And put in a great game. But what a week for him
to get selected for your national team squad. It's gonna raise him up, and then to be told that you're starting against Man United.
He must have felt 7 foot tall, mustn't he?
And the performance he put in, it warranted that. And again, when he came on yesterday, he was excellent. He just doesn't run around. He runs around. He's strong, but he's
more physical now. He's strong, isn't he? And he'll learn to put himself in better positions, and he'll get better and better and better. I'm sure of it. I mean, you look at. Do you know what I'm linking him into? He's probably going to be a bit more like a Drinkle, I think. A decent player, but also quite mobile but strong.
Yeah.
Good in the
just
air.
Needs to get a goal, doesn't he? Get a goal or two.
Yeah. I think he'll be up and running then. Yeah. Any other interesting points from yourself?
No, it's just say it was interesting talking to them Bristol Rovers fans, and they sounded like us when we went away for ages.
I think realistically, they went away from that game thinking, "Brilliant, we've Shithouse to win. I don't care," and we're not that great. They know they're not that great. They're not just thinking they were the bee's knees because they've got. And that's one thing about them. That they're probably on the way back a little bit, hopefully. But because I do like clubs like that better. I'd much sooner be playing a Bristol Rovers than a what's the other teams that like your Morecambe. Sadly, they went out of the league, but pleased to see that they've survived.
Morecambe and Sutton and
and all them sort of teams that end up in the league. Where Bristol Rovers proper, good old clubs.
Support. It's proper supported club, and I thought they might have bought some more
Carlisle and teams like that. Even though they didn't do very good.
Proper football clubs, I thought they would have bought some more fans. Yesterday, would have taken more than 400 down there.
Yes, I think so. And even down to your Salfords, which I sent you a thing the other day, 2,500 at home to Cheltenham on Friday night.
I know, it's
and they even put it on Friday so they don't clash with Man United and stuff. And you think
that's it. But Bristol Rovers, they get proper crowds, don't they?
Yeah, again,
like we do.
Proper club. Yeah. So it's all done now. Onwards and upwards. Like I say, we've had a bit of a welcome distraction with our guest Uli today to talk about something else. But we're not averse to talking about defeat. It's a shame, but like I say, not a bad start. 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat. we didn't get hammered either. So last year when we were getting hammered, we got hammered. So that drove the goal difference for the season as well, didn't it? We'd not lost too many games, but the ones we had done had sent the goal difference negative, which we never recovered from. So there's a coverage for that, I suppose, for the rest of the season.
If we can go again in the next 6 games and do this exactly the same, win 3, draw 2,
we'll be up there, won't we?
lose 1, then we're going to be in the top 5 there.
Yeah.
So it's not disaster, and then we've got say the 3rd round of the cup to go Carabao Cup, Sheffield Wednesday, coming up. So it's all good.
MK
really.
Dons next week. Are we 3 fish on the road next week? Do you think?
We are 3 fish on the road.
Yeah.
Yes, next week.
So
MK Dons. I quite like going there now. Went there last season.
Yeah.
I quite like the stadium. So
it's a nice stadium, nice surroundings, crap crowds, but hopefully we can follow up what Walsall did last week and get one over on them.
Yeah. Hopefully they might have a few more with them doing well. So I don't know I don't know if they do absolutely fantastic. How many they're going to get in? I don't know. They're not going to get 20,000, are they?
No.
But
might get 8,000-9,000, but I mean it's a 30,000 seat stadium, so it's like it's empty with 10,000 in, isn't it?
It's a shame, isn't it? It's such a shame.
Yeah.
But we'll go. We'll be on the road.
3 fish on the road next week. Watch out. Be a bit more of a bit more visual stuff in there this next week. We'll see our antics, but we're not particularly wild or anything like that.
No.
2 old farts going to an away game. It's not.
No.
But we'll try and make it fun all the time.
There'll be no shirts coming off or anything like that.
No. We had enough of that with Sean on Friday. Keep seeing the match on Friday when I referred to Man United. Wednesday. He said he'd take his shirt off if the one, and he did, and was like, no. And I've got photographic evidence, and believe me, even the internet would ban it.
This is at the end of the game, wasn't it? He took it off.
Yeah. No one needs.
Sean, if you're listening,
yeah,
keep it on, mate.
And if you're not listening, get listening. Where's your loyalty? Yeah. Good on, mate. We'll call that for this week then. Thanks again. Right. Thanks everybody for listening, watching. Again, we really do appreciate it. We're getting record numbers of people watching and listening, which is absolutely fantastic. We really appreciate it. So please like, subscribe, press that button, make sure that notification bell's on. Helps us get seen by more people. We're going to be big in Germany after today, Steve. I think you can see whatever the German for 3 fish on the shirt will be trending on X, no doubt. And we look forward to another episode next week, but with a little bit of an on-the-road slant. So, all the best, mate. I shall speak to you in the week to arrange arrangements. And on that bombshell... Oh, wrong button.
Up the Mariners!
Up the Mariners! The Chuffy Mariners!
All right, mate.
Cheers.
Maximaler Kontrast. Die kommen gar nicht raus aus der Ekstase, wissen gar nicht, wie ihnen geschieht.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's 3 Fish on the Shirt, your ultimate Grimsby Town podcast. Thanks for tuning in and being part of our community, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcast, through Amazon, Audible, Spotify, iHeartRadio or Podchaser, or anywhere else you get your podcast from. if you're loving what we're doing and want more match analyses, in-depth discussions, exclusive interviews, then just hit subscribe. It's completely free and it helps us grow to bring you even better content, and it keeps that Mariners conversation alive. If you want to listen on the go, just ask your smart speaker to search for 3 Fish on the Shirt Grimsby Town Podcast, or find us at any of the podcast locations we've already mentioned. Drop a comment, leave a review, and share the pod with fellow Mariners, because football's always better when we talk about it together. Until next time, up the Mariners!
Have a purpose, but to take that lead.